Faster with the scoreboard, save, and clean. We're in time. Okay, let's get it because these guys are so quick. Impasse the Richter, who actually won the European Bootcamp Wi-Fi tournament yesterday, I believe, versus Zyrian, as we get back into Battlefield with this kick-ass track, break the targets. Man, that's probably the single player thing I miss most ever since Smash 4. Okay, excellent patience and play there by Zyrian. I feel like for these slower characters with less mobility and no reflectors like Robin, it can be very, very, very difficult to get off the ledge versus Richter. I'm also a bit curious about the stage choice because even though Robin is probably fine on Battlefield, I think this and triplets in general are fantastic for Richter. I feel like it's so hard to get off the ledge when, you know, you both have to deal with all Richter's usual tools, and jumping can get you on a platform, and Richter is surprisingly good at covering those platforms both with X's and his whip attacks. So far it's been pretty even though. Ah, but there it is. Had nowhere to go yet. It was either the platform that would get him axed, or the holy water that was burning on the ledge. So, first stock gonna go to Impasse from Italy. Let's find out if Zyrian can even it up. I believe Zyrian is from Germany. Oh, sliding kick underneath the thunder. That's one of the most triggering moves to me. Like, when you weave and bob around all these projectiles, you know, and these unavailable zones, trying to get close to Richter, and then when you're almost there, he just sliding kicks out of there. That's super annoying to me. So Impasse is doing a great job at using it, you know. Oh, there it is. So much coverage, so hard to hit. X is gonna hit, and no research for Zyrian, and that's gonna get him killed. No jump, so you know, it was a good play by Impasse. Whenever they don't have a jump and they're off stage, you can just expect them to drift to the ledge and grab it from above. That's when you need to throw at a big old powerful hitbox right in front. And that's exactly what Impasse did with his big old whip. He's actually whipping the thunders out. And another whip! Holy fires and whips. This gotta be such a frustrating experience for Zyrian, as Impasse is just absolutely dominating the ledge play and neutral. Oh, there's the arc fire. That should be a kill. No, wow. Was that a weak hit from Levin up air? Does it actually have weak hits? Either way, Zyrian is going to get the strong hit right afterwards, so I guess it's all good. No 3-stock for Impasse. Elwind past half its ammo. I think he can get 2 more out of it. Not going to use the Elwind. Going to use the air dodge. Smart. But now he's going to have to. That was the last Elwind. If he can get a nice knock on Zyrian, then he should be dead. But it recharges hella fast. And it did, but it was too late. He pineappled himself, yes, but I feel like he wouldn't have made back regardless. And it's going to be a convincing game for Zyrian. Looked like a very frustrating experience for Zyrian. Impasse, of course, took the win. But, you know, we saw what happened in the previous set. We saw Dras getting absolutely dominated by Sabaka in game 1, and then in game 2 and 3 he took game 2, and in game 3 it was like last hit with just like a true toss-up, and in response I think maybe Zyrian should have some confidence as well, you know, in light of that, you know, you lose game 1, okay, but we saw that it really doesn't have to mean everything for game 2 and 3. Let's find out, because everything was going just fine for Zyrian. Just fine. You know, was a little behind, but no big deal. Until he lost that first stock. When you really gotta, you know, work hard and get in on Richter to try and take that stock before the damage spirals out of control. Such a crazy balancing act between actually being proactive and making sure you can get that kill before too much time passes. And actually avoiding all of his projectiles. So hard to do. So who knows how the game would have gone if it was Zyrian who took the first stock. And I suppose that is what he should be looking for here in game 2. And I don't totally agree with Smash Gamers United is saying there. You all should definitely pummel. Most characters have had their pummels sped up, and it's much harder to wiggle out a grab. So pummeling, it's really the new meta. Anyway, let's get back into it with Impasse being up 1-0. Let's see if Zyrian can take game 2 here on Unova. And I think this is a much better choice. I think the white stages are good versus the Belmonts. Because, you know, on one hand, you'd expect a projectile character to want this kind of space, but they're so slow. They can't make great use in terms of running away, but you get a lot more space to work around all the zones closed off by their projectiles. So I feel like most quick, annoying projectile campy characters, white stages, not the play to make. I think for the slower, trapping-based characters, like Richter, the white stages definitely are the play to make. So I think this is a good choice. And a single platform can actually be kind of decent when it comes to escaping their projectiles, you know, because you can usually make it to the first platform. It's trying to get down between the top platform and the lower platforms of Battlefield versus Belmont. That's so hard, and I feel like that's kind of not a thing on both Pokemon Stadium and the Nova. So yeah, long story short, I'm liking the stage pick, but it seems like Impasse is still winning neutral, or at least in terms of damage output. He is beating Zyrian roughly 3-1 right now. Oh. And there's the fourth of crazy quick, +2 on shield, and it just eventually kills, you know? And I think like 150, 160 versus a character that's definitely not light is pretty good when it comes to safe neutral tools that kill. But now Zyrian has Impasse at the leg. Rolls out of there though. I feel like this matchup may be a little bit unfortunate for Robin, because both of these characters have projectiles and slow movement speed. So both of them are gonna have trouble catching the other. But both of their projectiles are also kind of slow. And in contradiction, you know, to the Belmonts, Zyrian's projectiles actually have ammo. So I feel like every projectile flank is just a net loss for Robin. And Impasse is just showing that, because as like the icing on the cake really for Belmont in this matchup, I feel like, is the huge range on the whips. So you have projectiles that you can be a little bit more liberal with, and I feel like just a little bit faster than Robin's, and you're both slow, and on top of that you have better range than Robin. So I feel like Belmont's, you know, they have all the cards. Except for edge guarding, maybe, but I don't feel like Robin is amazing off stage, so, you know, Belmont definitely has a lot of matchups that are harder for him when it comes to the off-stage game. So Zyrian has managed to take a stock, but he is already bleeding on his final stock. It looks like this is going to be a repeat of game 1. And yeah, there it is. He actually comboed the returning cross into the up smash. Looking super slick doing it. That's a JV3 stock for Impasse as he takes it 2-0. And man, I know Zyrian is a pretty great player, but this really looks like a matchup that you might want to pull out a second